thank all my viewers, all my listeners, all my supporters. But before we do anything, family, make sure that we hit that big red subscribe button. I'm here to give you the real breakdown, the real details, and the facts. Just remember, BSPN is for the people. I know that y'all ain't did what I did and helped me get to 500 subscribers, but we're gonna keep going. Nevertheless, I ain't gonna stop this video and I ain't gonna hold you up. But people, make sure that you hit that big subscribe button. If you come on the channel, you don't have to like me because there's a lot of haters out there. But make sure you hit the button because I'm going to keep delivering the facts and I'm not going to stop. No time soon. So go ahead and take your lazy behind, or if you're not lazy, and go ahead and hit that big red subscribe button. Stop growing other people content and network, but don't grow BSP in Carolina. They're witches for the people, which I still don't understand. But nevertheless, we're going to have those people in our community because it's not about me understanding. It's about trying to change a culture and trying to change an audience of people that fail to realize. But let's get straight into the show today. Y'all see the topic? Y'all see the topic? I told y'all I'm back. I told y'all. I told y'all about Cleveland A. Smith. Now we got Stephen A. Smith getting slammed by Chris Broussard for getting paid like Justin Jefferson for being a host. What I told y'all people, I told you that it's coming down for Stephen A. Smith. Now Stephen A. Smith ain't not even first being respected by his colleagues and his peers. Oh yeah, Stephen A. Smith, you ain't even respected by your peers. So I know you're gonna go on your podcast and talk about somebody hating. You're gonna go on ESPN and all this kind of crazy junk. Man, we don't care and we don't want to hear it. You done made a career tearing people down, and now they coming for you. They come with you. And did I forget to tell y'all about Isaac Okafor from the Cleveland Cavaliers? That he's getting away from the brands like Nike and Adidas. Oh, I got that coming for you later on, people. I got that coming for y'all too. I told y'all. I gave y'all the facts before it happened. I told y'all about this before it happened. Now they're all coming to pass. Now they're all coming to truth. Do y'all believe me now? Do you believe me now? Like Stephen A. Smith talking about Jalen Brown. Do you believe me now? I told you wasn't liked it. Tell me who your source was. You know who your source was, Stephen A. Smith? You was told by insider source, because I was told too. You was told by insider source that Nike was one of the sources that didn't like Jalen Brown. Man, you thought I wasn't gonna find out, brother. You pretty much told on yourself when you said it. I don't know if it's Nike or somebody else. You was dropping hints and clues then. People, pay attention. Pay attention. Don't believe all the hype. Don't believe all the hype, people. Pay attention. Pay attention to what I'm telling y'all. In 2024, ain't nobody safe. Everything is starting to be revealed, even to Stephen A. Smith. So let's get straight into it. Stephen A. Smith getting slammed by Chris Broussard for being paid like Justin Jefferson. A Foxhole said, we work hard too. Yeah, damn right they work hard. Damn right the people work hard. Other hosts, other black hosts, and I've been telling people this right and third. Other people deserve to get paid too. Let people leave. Y'all go ahead and leave. I'm looking for my people. I'm looking for my people. So other people deserve to get paid too as well. And so when we look at this situation, Stephen A. Smith get hit with criticism from Fox host Chris Broussard for making a lucrative amount of money at ESPN. The Fury First Take star, 56 years old, has one of the highest salary for a sports media personality. Now they're gonna change that. They're gonna change that. It coming out for Stephen A. Smith. The culture don't respect him no more. And see, I told y'all first on BSP in Carolina what was going on with Stephen Smith. Go ahead, family, and go ahead and make sure you hit that like button. Make sure we comment down below so we can keep growing the channel. Subscribe, people. But nevertheless, let's get straight into it. This week right here, Fox Chris Broussard and sports journalist Rob Parker called out Stephen A. Smith. What I've been telling y'all for his yearly earnings during the Odd Couple podcast on Fox Sports Radio. Now, I've been telling y'all this people for a long period of time, but for some reason, just like people leave the show, let them leave. Let them leave. I ain't got to be on a big network. I done told y'all this is the People Network. Now, y'all got to understand that Smith has signed a 5-year deal worth up to $60 million in 2019, which that was the biggest salary for an ESPN contributor at the time. Now, that was a big deal at the time. This was in 2019 that Stephen A. Smith had signed a $60 million contract with ESPN. Now you gotta understand something real. I've told y'all before that ESPN is powered by African Americans. That is a network that build to tear them down, and they give Stephen A. Smith, Cleveland A. Smith, a teleprompter to read off of, or a topic to read off of, so they can get these views. Now, African Americans got to realize this. You can pick whatever network you want. You don't have to hit that subscribe button, but I'm giving you the big facts that you need to know. And I'm gonna put this out here because I'm telling people the truth. And so the truth ain't gonna stop. Y'all can leave all the hell y'all want to. I ain't worrying about the people that leave. And we, Chris Broussard and Rob Parker saying we work just as hard as Stephen A. Smith. And he about to get paid like he a freaking quarterback, like he Justin Jefferson or somebody. I told y'all this, real America. It's sad that we done came to this, but we got to this because it was needed. Damn right, it was needed. It was needed, people. It was needed. And I'm gonna help y'all tear him down, and I'm gonna give Chris Broussard and Rob Parker their flowers. But it's sad that Chris Broussard and Rob Parker is at a network and they won't get paid. And I told y'all, I said, listen, something wrong with this real. Why don't they giving black people they contribution deals and giving them their share and giving them their own network? Now you gotta understand something. Football and basketball, more than 85% of African Americans make up football and basketball. But for some reason, they don't get paid, and the hosts that really be around the players, and the players feel like good, feel comfortable talking to, which is the black broadcaster in journalism, that the players really feel comfortable talking to, they don't get respected. See, our culture don't get respected, baby. Nah, our culture don't get respected. Now, somebody might think that I'm on BSP in Carolina just talking. Let's go ahead and keep going out in the fact. Chris Broussard referred that the Minnesota Vikings star quarterback who recently signed a contract that would hit his hand with a annual salary of $35 million. And the star was referring to a current negotiation that could make him the worldwide leader. You got to think about it. This is $100 million man now. Stephen A. Smith got a contract, $100 million. $100 million. And that's going to piss a lot of people off because people have put the same amount of work in, if not more. If not more. And I just want you to think about this, people. It's not that I'm trying to take Stephen A. Smith down. I'm just saying, people, that we got to take back what's ours, and that we're not going to get the proper treatment that we need. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. I keep telling y'all this. But we ain't going to get the proper treatment that we need. This is just bigger than highlights reel and a show that is being put on TV. And I'm telling people, stop supporting it, because how can you make a living off African Americans, but then you go on the Pat McAfee and you give all these Caucasian people and European people contracts, but it don't, but the black people are the sole proprietor or building your network or building the brand. It don't make sense, and I don't understand it. And I just want to tell somebody that I don't understand it, and it don't make sense. We continue to do this right here, and Stephen A. Smith contract with ESPN expires next year with First Take. The star reportedly seek a salary of $25 million per year to stay with the network. So he going, and I guess it's worth up to 4 years that he going, do this contract that worth $25 million per year. Now he made in 2000, I will remind y'all, in 2019, he made $60 million. He made $60 million. And I'm just telling the whole world, whether y'all like it or not, family, I'm telling you something that you need to know. There's a lot of people that don't subscribe to BSPN in Carolina, and I get hundreds of views, and you don't help me grow the channel. I create this channel for y'all. I did it for the people because it's not right what's going on, and I want the people to get the confidence to understand what I'm saying. That I'm not just a YouTuber trying to make a show and trying to make a name for myself and worrying about this and worrying about that. I'm worried about my people. Yeah, I worry about my people. And I stated the facts before this came out. Before this came out, I was in here saying this. No, I ain't just started saying and talking like this real. I was in here saying this real before it came out with Stephen A. Smith and Chris and Broussard. And so let's make it clear that I ain't just start saying this. Neither did I start saying about Nike. But later on, y'all will respect me and y'all will see what be coming down the pipe later on, because see, this is what we do. This is what we do, people. And I ain't surprised when I ask for the support from the people and I get this kind of treatment and I don't get enough support. I ain't surprised, because our people still captivated. My mind still in slavery. And one thing about on the subject, what contract, what Chris Broussard was talking about, he said we work just as hard as Colin Coward, and he making more money than us on his show, and he generate way more money. And so we got Chris Broussard coming out and telling the people, listen, hey, BSP in Carolina telling y'all the truth. I'm telling y'all the truth, man, about something. Just pay attention and see what's going on. And you notice something, since BSP in Carolina came out a few weeks ago, it's been facts after facts after facts after facts coming out. And just don't think that nobody else ain't listening just because of the fact of the matter is I ain't on ESPN. I don't need ESPN. We don't need ESPN. But we need to recognize the situation. We need to recognize the situation at hand. How long it's going to take? How long it's gonna take, family? I'm gonna make this video. I don't give a damn how many people check in and just, go back out. Parker pushed his revenue argument saying way more than us. And I'm just saying that all the white hosts are getting paid. All of them are getting their own, distribution show with deal with it with the shows and everything. This is bad, people. This is very bad. And Chris Broussard also went on to say he worked for ESPN from 2004 to 2016, and was colleagues of Stephen A. Smith during most of the years. Now you got to think about what Chris Broussard is trying to tell us, that he worked from ESPN, them dirty motherfuckers over there from ESPN from 2004 to 2016, and never was offered a big contract like Stephen A. Smith. But look at them. Let's go back and look at them views. If we go back and look at them views, yeah, the African Americans, we push it right through the roof. But did that brother got paid? No, he didn't. But he contributed part of that show. So Stephen A. Smith saying, like, you came to me and I made the show what it was. Stephen A. Smith, that's very disrespectful to all the hosts and colleagues that you work with that came on that show. And you can sit up here and talk about you show him love and you all this, man. You just one fucking man, Stephen A. Smith. And it's going to be, it's only a period of time before you realize that, because the coach are coming for you. You might get your money, but you losing a lot of damn respect, because we see what you're doing with our eyes. Our ears and our eyes open, and we see you tearing down the culture. And Chris Broussard is telling you the truth. I worked from this network from 2004 to 2016. Look at all them views. Why didn't I got paid? Why wasn't I offered a big contract? I was part of the startup. I was here part of the beginning. He telling the whole world, I was here. Go back and look at the views. Go back and look at the point, which Chris Broussard was great from the show. He got on the show. He was amazing. I absolutely love what he did. I'm a big fan of his work. At some point in time, we all can be a bit very opinionated of other people's judgment, but that's their opinion. People got their entitled to their own opinion, but let's never dismiss the work and the body of work that people did. Now, Stephen A. Smith going to elaborate on this later on, because he don't like it. He don't like nobody call him out. But goddamn it, Chris Broussard and Parker them, they did a hell of a job. They're great journalism. They're great at doing their job. And I wish them nothing but the best with their podcast. But like Chris Broussard say, from 2004 to 2016, he was part of the being a colleague of Stephen A. Smith most of those years. Now, why didn't he get offered those contracts? But you got to understand something. They immediately gave Shannon Sharp a contract, right? And Shannon Sharp, I'm a big fan of Shannon Sharp, but he ain't no damn Chris Broussard. Nah, he ain't no Chris Broussard, and let's don't disrespect the man like that. So after his rant about Stephen A. Smith, Chris Broussard went on to say that we work just as hard. We put in just as much work into our craft, and we get it. This is how it works. You know what I'm saying? Parker add on and say that we don't all get paid the same amount because we all doing the same job, but we all doing the same job. It doesn't work like that if we're in the same industry. Now, you got to think about it. I told y'all about these front offices and about these networks, that the only way you don't realize what I'm saying, if you're a goddamn fool. The only way you don't realize what the hell I'm saying, if you're a damn fool. Make sure people hit that subscribe button. Make sure you share and click this live on BSP in Carolina, baby. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. And so I told y'all about these front offices, how they work. These are front offices. I'm going to say it again. Whether you know it or not, or you didn't been informed, so I'm going to say it now. These networks, these platforms, this is how it works. We get on there, and as African Americans, we're going to see the highlights. We're going to see these highlights. We're going to see what's new, what's out there. And we like to debate, right, to see what they're talking about, so we can agree or disagree. But what happened is, behind the scene, the African Americans is building these platforms and these networks, and these white Americans are taking credit for it. They're taking credit for it. And so the guests, the athletes not getting any money, and the host is being disrespected because, see, the host is not getting paid like they should. And then, and by the way, should I say this, that it's a form of discrimination and racism, because how that all these 85% of the most popular sports in America is football and basketball. You throw baseball in there too, but people particularly like to watch football and basketball. But now, African Americans build this platform. Follow me here, family. Don't leave yet. They build this platform, but then white America take credit for it. And not only do they take credit for it, they take it and get generational wealth, so they family never have to do anything no more. They see, I got a problem with that, because why can't my people get their due diligence? Why can't they get the same treatment that Pat McAfee get? Why can't we get the same treatment? Now, when I tell y'all talking about on BSP in Carolina, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing because I made a promise to the people. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna take a while for y'all to realize what I'm saying, because everything I'm talking about is a future conversation where it take time on people. So I might not have no highlight reel and all this on my show yet, talking about people, but I have guests on there after a while. I have guests on there, I promise you. You know, for some reason, people not still quite doing what I'm asking them to do to help me get to 500 subs so we can continue to grow the channel. You know, but in the front office in sports, what's up? What's up, gang? What's up, big dog? What's up, man? You see I'm out here giving on BSP in Carolina. Good morning. Thank you so much. Make sure that we subscribe. Make sure we subscribe, baby. But like I said, with sports, on the front office of sports, reported that Smith is expected to receive a 5-year contract extension from ESPN worth 125 million. You know, and so his extension would make him the highest paid in the sports media industry and will be more than an NBA coach contract. When it comes to the current annual conversation, Smith is behind Troy Aikman, 18 million a year. The Pat McAfee, listen to this, people. Listen to this now. See, this is the problem that I want y'all to hear. Now, he's behind Troy Aikman. Y'all tell me when y'all hear a black man. Y'all tell me when y'all hear a black man in this family, because I'm telling you something that you need to know, baby. Support the channel because I'm telling the people that something they need to know. So when it comes to his current annual compensation, Stephen A. Smith is behind Troy Aikman, which is $18 million a year. Pat McAfee, $17 million a year. Joe Bucks, how about Joe Bucks? Tell me when you heard a black person yet. He made $15 million a year. So now, make no mistake about it, baby. Make no mistake about it. All of them cover these black sports most time and talk about LeBron James and everything else. Now the question is to the people that I want to know. The question is to the people, why aren't anybody, you trying to tell me that it ain't nobody, it ain't nobody worthy of a distribution contract deal that having their own show, which is African American, to be part of the ESPN can sign and give them their own show. Oh, I think I know why. I think ESPN know better than to give these African Americans their own show. No, they know better. They know better, baby. Yeah, they know better. Bring me some water, man. They know better. You know why they know better? Because the views gonna go through the roof. You don't need no damn Pat McAfee, no damn Mo. You don't need no damn Pat McAfee to talk about no goddamn basketball and football. Yeah, I ain't being racist. I'm just telling y'all from the people perspective how the people feel. I'm telling y'all how the people feel, whether they like it or damn not. Whether they like it or not, I'm telling y'all how the people feel about this real. Hey, what's up, man? I'm just reporting on BSP in Carolina, E. I'm just here doing my report on BSP in Carolina. And so, like I said again, if somebody didn't hear me, Troy Aikman make $18 million, Pat McAfee make 17, and Joe Bucks make $15 million for being a host. And what it shows what they got. Stephen A. Smith alongside Molly Quinn and helped her turn first taken to a daytime rating juggernaut. He done help them go upstairs to the room and get it. He done help her. She done help Stephen A. Smith turn first take at ESPN to a juggernaut. You know what I'm saying? To a dynasty basically to take over the ratings and be able to dominate. But now let me tell you something though. I tell you, everything got its time when it's on top, and everything on top should be on the bottom at some point in time, and everything on the bottom should be on top. Now here's the thing: ain't no black person gonna get a really distribution deal with ESPN, these big networks, because they know that they jeopardize everything if they put black hosts in front of the camera and everything else, because most of the audience are black people and they can't take credit for it. I'm just simply telling y'all. So Smith has spoken about his criticism of earning in the past, and he'll get on here and talk about Caucasian and European people do it and people jealous of him, but that's like us talking about the Super Bowl and not talking about the champions. He said last year. He said that last year that's like us talking about the Super Bowl but not talking about the champions. And basically what he was referring to, saying that he give you this great show and everything, and then for him not to be rewarded. That ain't what we talking about, Stephen A. Smith. You don't play the game fair. See, you don't play the game fair. And right now, over the course of the last 12 years, Stephen A. Smith told me I have been a champion in the industrial, and I'm asking all the folks to, only I'm asking all the folks to is pay homage to a champion. Pay homage to what? You ain't no damn champion. You made a name by damn brutally destroying other people, man. You ain't no damn different. And see, here's the thing, family. It takes time for us to realize, when other people bring it to the forefront. Maybe we didn't pay attention. Maybe we did, but it don't change the fact, and it doesn't dismiss, what have transpired and what have took place. A lot of times we get a shell of ourselves and we don't understand because, you know, uh, a lot of us, get away from what is important or what we think important. And this happens. This unfortunately this happens a lot. And a lot of times when we reflecting and we looking at life, through our window, a lot of times we don't recognize, a lot of things until it's too late. It's unfortunate that we have to come down to this, but oftentimes in life this happens in just more than one arena in life. We looking in life and we're like, when, everybody got something to say, but only a very amount of few people say it. And this is another primary example, people. If we sat back and not do anything, that the world won't do anything. And what I'm saying, I love all races. I said it before. But what I don't love is the racism and discrimination that certain cultures get and people get. And this goes back from the beginning of time when I've seen people built this country, build our entertainment, and everything that we've done, and then we justify certain races, we justify certain people, we glorify certain people. Now, for a long period of time, black people have been injected with fear. This is the problem, that we've been injected with fear so much, and to the point where it's hard to understand this conversation. And I ask everybody to subscribe to grow this damn channel, because this is for the people. I know this may not be, sexy as y'all want to be at the time, and I'm a new host. I got my own network, which is ESPN Carolina, powered by YouTube. And so I ask everybody to, when you come to this platform and this network, to support the channel. I give you all this great content. And if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. If it was just that easy. But who gave y'all a platform that the people can get respected on? Nobody have done that but me. Nobody but me have done that. And the only thing simple, I'm asking y'all to take the time and acknowledge the fact what I'm saying and the information and the content that I'm putting out here. And so people, this is unfortunate. I wish the best nothing for Stephen A. Smith. I call things like I see it. I don't really particularly care about the network or what he's doing over there at ESPN. I call out discrimination. I call out racism. I call out segregation and all the other stuff, because we still in slavery. What I'm telling people, they just doing it a different way. And it's a shame that we sat back and look at these platforms. Social media is ran by black people. All the sport casting networks are ran by African Americans, and we sat back and we be silent because we want the entertainment and we want to see, our athletes and everything. But you got to understand something, people. I said it before and I say it again. Where's the ownership that we're getting? Where the the royalties of the things that we're getting? Where are the deals that we're getting? We build these platforms. And when we building these platforms, what we allowing is white America to get compensated on the back end to get generational wealth, where their families and their kids and everybody else never have to work again. Never have to work again. How many people get up in the morning and they go to work or they get ready? Do they want to go to work? No, but they got a job to do. They got a job to do. And I see back and I fought for my people. On BSP in Carolina, I sit here and fight for my people. But I can't do it alone. I'm asking for the help of people. Subscribe and subscribe. The more we subscribe, the more we can be heard. There's a lot of people that gonna say, what this guy talking about. You can go back and literally look at everything I done posted, and it done came true. It ain't not one damn thing I told y'all that didn't came true. Now the thing about this right here, I ain't on a major network. So a lot of people, gonna look at this video and they pass right by it, they get on and click off of it. But we still yet to understand we got to live outside the box and talk to understand, not reply. There's going to be a lot of people that, just don't like, the people that click on and get off, and all this person ain't talking about that. And there's a lot of people that feel like they're in the corporate world and they just, they hear one thing, but they refuse to believe what their eyes telling them. They refuse to believe what their eyes telling them. They refuse to believe it. And this is the problem that we got. Not only just in sports world, but throughout America, this is a problem that we got. And I tried to bring, knowledge and and wisdom to, us as a culture. It's not about, everybody believing in what I'm believing. I'm asking you to buy in what I'm selling. I'm asking you to buy in what I'm selling. Because, we know sports just as well. What about the people that have covered sports and been around sports their whole life? You mean to tell me they don't know nothing? Stephen A. Smith got a job to do, but it's gonna catch up with him. But you gotta understand something. I'm not looking for Stephen A. Smith, you know, no, nothing to happen to Stephen A. Smith, and I don't want nothing to happen to nobody because he got a show now called the Stephen A. Smith Show. Congratulations to him, but at the same time, he built a legacy and he built, a career tearing down the African Americans. He'll go online and say one thing and then come destroy us as a culture. The network get empowered by that. I'm telling black people that how we gonna let people keep telling our story and then taking our story? They done took so much from us people. Family, they done took so much from us. We ain't stupid. We know this internet thing, something new to the world that ain't really been out for a century. But at the same time, they taking everything that we do right underneath our nose. They taking it from us, and we don't even first realize how they doing it. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, they need black people to be the catalyst of, building the material and the product in the warehouse. And then when it comes to management, they take credit. Yeah, why they don't got no all white? Let ESPN become all white. Let them get all white people. But see, I get it. The average person know that hey, if I'm getting paid millions of dollars, I'm gonna go get that money. And this is the problem with African Americans. We need the money most of the time. We need the money. We need the money. We need the money. And so people got to do, what is right for their family and what is right for the loved ones. And this is a once in a lifetime chance to get money that you will never probably get, in the world because we get scripted and we get blackballed in so many different ways. And this is what I'm just simply telling y'all today. What Chris Broussard was telling you that, hey, listen, this dude getting paid like an NFL quarterback or getting paid like NBA players. And Stephen A. Smith had gotten so arrogant and cocky that you can kind of see it when he talk. He allowed to say anything to tear people down. He allowed to talk about things and no consequential repercussion. He get on podcasts and slam people. He made a career out of Kwame Brown, and everything else. And so we sat back as people and asked people, hey, let's come united. Let's come together. It's hard for us to come together. And I'll say this. Let me say this. It's hard for us to come together. When I ask people, I say, well, hit the subscribe button. I want to show the world something. I say, hit the subscribe button. I hit the subscribe button. And most people won't hit the subscribe button. But they'll go on another network and network and support them. That's the same thing we do in the world in real life. Just understood what I say. Understood what I say. When it comes to the support of the black people and the black man, we won't support him. But we'll do the opposite. We'll go support anything else that's not black. Yeah, most of the time we support anything else not black. Another question, family, why out of all these brands, why there ain't no black brand out there that's competing with Adidas and Nike and Under Armour? Why there ain't no other black brand out there that competing like that? I think it's possible. I think this is the right time that athletes are looking for a black brand and industry to go in and say, you know what, we rocking with this. They're gonna push Nike out of it eventually. Nike, you're gonna get pushed the hell out the door. I'm telling you, it's coming. The new generation is more into, what's new and what's popular and how can they rock this in the fashion. It's coming. It's coming down the pipeline. I'm telling y'all right now, athletes are going to take more control of their sales and endorsement and everything else, just like the NIL. It's coming. Y'all just watch. It's coming. It's just a matter of time before these players realize, that, listen, we got to take back what ours. And so Stephen A. Smith, declared that Baylor's partnership is over. He said that. What else we got here? Smith and Shannon Sharp turned first take into, a two-man band. ESPN contract demands escalating tension. They done escalate. They done started something. Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp have upset many first take crews. High stakes salary talks about insider has claimed the ESPN star have turned weekday debate show into a two-man band behind the scenes, according to a key production team manager. And so this coming out from goddamn first take. Boy, look here. It never failed. It never goddamn failed. It never failed, family. And so a lot of people at ESPN have already gotten upset, and they mad about the situation at ESPN, about the two-man band, about Stephen A. Smith, and everything else. And so we got a lot of people upset about what's going on ESPN, and a lot of white people are upset about the thing, boy. That this black man, these two black men making more money than us, and the current deal ESPN expired in 2025 for Stephen A. Smith's old contract. Now, like I said, the new salary, he'll be seeking $25 million a year, and he'll be the high paid, juggernaut on a network. Meanwhile, Shannon Sharp recently signed a new lucrative deal, 4 years too, worldwide, a worldwide leader, that we known as played for the Denver Broncos and Baltimore Ravens. So he signed a lucrative deal as well. But the duo of Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp effort to secure a high-paying deal for themselves have a huge friction with other members as well. So it rubbed the people the wrong way that have been part of broadcasting and journalism to see these. And let me say this: that it's good when African Americans are getting paid. But don't forget about the other brothers on the network, and they still fail to give us our own network, and to get compensated. Now, many colleagues at ESPN aren't happy with it. The way Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp was, behaving and parading about, their new contract and basically, getting here thrown in people's face. So Insider recently revealed that in the U.S. Sun, revealed that, somebody recently revealed that, a source of mine revealed that, and they trying to they trying to get both of them trying to get the max deal and the money they can get without, taking into consideration of the rest of the team and crew. So they try to get the max money they can get, and they ain't taking consideration about their crew and about the team and everything else and about the cast. They can care less. They think that we don't need nobody. It's just me and Stephen A. Smith, me and Shannon Sharp in the game, and I don't got to respect nobody. And ESPN love it because they getting hella views because you notice something. They come on in the morning time and show the highlights and everything else. They the biggest network. They come on in the morning time and show these highlight reels. And so other journalism and crew people are really mad about this shit. With Shannon Sharp. They really upset and they feel like it's a two-man band against the world, and the other people on the team are just to do and follow what they want to. So basically it's just that the go along get along game. You do as follow and what's said. Many first take staff are seeking new jobs elsewhere. ESPN at a different media company is it claimed, and so a lot of people just frustrated right now. Now that doesn't it just don't work like that. It's not nice to constructive for the show and for people that work in here. Insiders added, and many of them are already considered quitting or looking for other jobs elsewhere. Some putting for the some putting for other shows. Stephen A. Smith is currently making $12 million at ESPN. For all the people that don't know, 5 years, 60 million, and that deal is soon to become to an end. Well, it done came to an end. He was making $12 million per year at ESPN in 2019. People, and I just want y'all to notice in 2019 he was making $12 million a year. 5-year contract. He did that whole contract. So if he do this contract, he'll be at about 200 million. This probably be the last contract that he get. They'll probably just, and I don't know. Depends on how it go. He can get another 100 million. It's just how things go. The next man up. He made it to a point where they need him more than they don't need him. But at the same time, hey, listen, you can't get mad at nobody for getting their money and getting what's worth to them because we see it with other coaches all the time. And people, yeah, thank y'all so much for just tuning in to BSP in Carolina. Thank y'all. Thank all my viewers, all my listeners. I love you so much, each and every one of you, everybody who come and support the channel and help grow it. I promise the people that I'll give y'all what y'all need and what y'all want. And I'll never, not do my service and what's required of me, because, I ask people in return for me giving y'all the facts and giving y'all this time after time, as well as to keep y'all entertained for all the people that love me and a fan of me, to also just do me the justice by giving me the subscribers. Now, I know a lot of people don't realize this, and a lot of people, oh, I ain't gonna subscribe. But you gotta understand something. You're not hurting me, you're hurting the coach. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna sit on here and still give y'all the facts each and every time. And so yeah, it's unfortunate that This is going on with Stephen A. Smith, but I can't say it's not, welcome to the situation. Also we got Carmelo Anthony's son saying that he glad that he getting going to college for himself, not just his dad, and people see the talent. He don't want to do things and saw the way that it took with Bronny James, and he don't want to have that attached to his name and a part of his legacy. Shout out to Kion Anthony, the son of Carmelo Anthony, former Knicks and Denver Nuggets superstar, Carmelo Anthony. So shout out to his son, Kion Anthony, that got a lot of game. He's a political scorer, lethal scorer from the beyond the 3-point arch and range. So shout out to Kion Anthony for doing it the right way and just, trusting the process. We saw how good of a competitive that his father was and relentless score, around the basket, and everything else with that fadeaway shot and putting his shoulder into your chest. And so shout out to Kion Anthony. Anytime we get the young men that are starting to make a name and not just because they're father, we got to shout them out. And so we got that going on. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about Brian. I didn't, like I said, don't expect and didn't expect nothing for Bronny James. He a kid still. He a kid still growing up. They got to learn the game and still learning his way. And so yeah, people, y'all tell me what y'all think. About everything. About what's going on. We got a lot of different things to be talking about. We will talk about it. Chris Broussard got the right to be upset. We can't count nobody else's money. But at the same time, we have other people that are African Americans work just as hard, and they should be compensated some kind of way. But I'll say that Chris Broussard and other people, African Americans that I've raved, I went online and I've talked about the opportunity and the separate and the gap of getting paid. And this is just another day in the office, people. This is another day in the office. This is just another simply conversation that we have at these jobs that just not of being a host. That the discrepancy against people getting paid in the workplace. That's all this is. Another somebody getting treated unfairly, and people that getting unpaid. In the office. At work. You know, um, I'm talking about this because this is a worldwide issue. This is not a, entertainment issue. I made it an entertainment issue, but I want to highlight and I want to say before I end my show is that this is a worldwide discrepancy problem that we have in the United States of America. That African Americans report all the time and feel like they're not getting paid proper funds and compensated how they should get paid. And we look at it and we say, well, why aren't you getting paid? It always refer back to white America, why they getting paid and why they sole proprietor have ownership and taking the majority of the credit of the networks and the jobs and everything else. So thank y'all so much, people, for tuning in to BSPN Carolina. Thank y'all so much. Until next time, make sure you hit that subscribe button.